Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Riley's World. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a while since we talk about Arsenal, and there's a lot of things going on in Arsenal football world. You know what I mean? So definitely, we have to get up to time with Arsenal Football Club. This is an Arsenal Football channel after all. You know what I mean? And we need to be in tune to Arsenal business, right? And everybody know Arsenal business is our business. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for making it right as well. Thank you for being a part of this channel. You know what I mean? You guys have been awesome. You know what I mean? Always have. You always have been supportive. And we are here to show everything back. That is it. Thank you guys for the support. Always. Big up Daniel in the building. Hey people, happy Wednesday, said Daniel. How are you doing, Daniel? First one here today. Thank you for joining in. Remember to hit that like button as soon as y'all enter the stream. Yes, we have some discussion to do today, people. We have, as I mentioned before, Arsenal business to talk about. We also have the watch along right after this that we're going to do with the Brazil. Y'all know, I'm a Brazil fan, so y'all know I'm going to be doing that Brazil game. You know, so you have the watch along right after this that we're going to be doing with that Brazil team situation. All right. So, lot of transfer rumors, lot of speculation. Transfer rumors been going on left, right, and center. You know what I mean? As far as Arsenal Football Club is concerned, we are yet to sign a player. But we have been speculated with everybody from east, west, north, and south. You know what I mean? Everybody that kicks a football has been linked with Arsenal Football Club. Big up Chris in the building. Big up Chris. How you feeling? How you feeling? So we are going to talk about some of the transfer that has been going around today, yesterday, last week, that Arsenal have yet to confirm or deny that Arsenal have not yet even signed or make any serious inquiry about. So we are here to talk about this transfer situation. And we all know that the best place to start when it comes down to Arsenal transfer right now is the hottest topic on the internet. The hottest topic on the internet. Who is that? That is none other than Julian Alvarez himself. So we are going to talk about the Julian Alvarez situation for a minute because Julian Alvarez has been a hot topic in the transfer window. Not only just for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Arsenal are just there lingering in the back, waiting to see what's going on. But the Julian Alvarez situation with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona tends to have some bad blood, some bitterness, a lot of things going on there that's just not fun at the moment. Julian Alvarez made a statement after the Argentina game that he wants to leave. And my speculation is that that has been something that has been echoed to the club. And understanding probably should have been there that he would have been able to leave at the end of the season. That's my understanding because, you know, we watch football, so we understand. You do well for a club, you're in a club, our understanding that guess what? When the time comes for me to leave, I want to go. But the problem is where Julian wants to go. Julian wants to go to a direct rival. And listen to the point, where he wants to go. He wants to go to the likes of Barcelona. He said it's his dream. He wants to fulfill his dream. And that's the situation that we are having to deal with as Arsenal fans. And outside looking in, Julian Alvarez has been a top target for us for about 2 seasons now. He has done fantastically well at Atletico Madrid. And definitely, we are in the market for a striker of Julian Alvarez caliber. And we're looking to capitalize on the situation. At least we want to capitalize on what's going on over there, but just can't seem to get through with the situation that's going on with Julian at the present moment. Julian's preferred destination, as I mentioned before, is Barcelona. Barcelona said to be in talks with Julian. I think they talked to Julian Alvarez before they initially talked to the club. And I think that's what's causing some of the problem. Besides the fact that Atletico Madrid hate Barcelona. And that is obvious. right? They're not trying to do business with them, period, at all. And we see that and we understand the situation. Now, PSG is said to be on the outside looking in, waiting for a green light to attack, just like Arsenal is doing. Now, my thing is this. Arsenal is now the champions of England, right? We've just won the Premier League and we just came second. We just finished runners-up in the Champions League. Arteta had said before that he doesn't want any player that do not want to wear the badge, that do not have Arsenal as their first choice, right? But yet still, we are here in the background waiting on Julian Alvarez to make a decision, or waiting on Atletico also to make a decision about Julian's future. We are here waiting in the background on what is to become of the Julian Alvarez situation. Now, what are we doing? I mean, Julian Alvarez is a fantastic striker. I'm not going to go around it. He's a fantastic striker, but he's not the only fantastic striker, right? There are lots of strikers out there that we can find that's going to give us less headache than what's going on right now with Julian Alvarez situation. Now, my thing is this. Okay, say for instance, Julian Alvarez end up having to choose a next destination for his football career. How long will that next destination last that Julian is going to choose for his football career? At the end of the day, if he has a dream to play for Barcelona, then a dream is a dream that a player wants to become a reality, right? You dream for this club, you're going to want to make sure that you go all out for this club. If we buy Julian Alvarez as a second best option to the club that he actually desires, are we going to see the full potential of Julian? Or are we going to be in a situation where Julian is going to sign for the club as a means to leave Atletico Madrid, then come to Arsenal and do the same thing after one season? Because after all, his destination is to play. His dream, his desire is to play for Barcelona. So are we going to see a Julian Alvarez that's going to come to Arsenal Football Club and going to create a tantrum and behave like some spoiler cricket, throwing out his pacifier all the time out of the prom and stuff like that, just to make sure that he facilitates his move to Barcelona like he always wanted to? It's a sticky situation. I understand the desire that Arsenal have to sign a prolific striker. Julian Alvarez is also a different type of striker from Victor Gyökeres. It's also said that Atletico want to involve the Victor Gyökeres, Swedish international, in a swap deal for Julian. Our truth and honest is that I do not know. Why would Arsenal want to sell Victor Gyökeres? I think Victor Gyökeres is very good for us. I think Victor Gyökeres is a striker that we need to go into next season with. You know what I mean? First season at Arsenal, 21 goals. That's a massive achievement. You know what I mean? That's not a downplay. That it's not the numbers that he was pushing when he was in the where was he, in the Portugal League. It's not the same numbers, but the numbers are impressive nevertheless for his first season. So, and he wasn't fantastic throughout the season. He wasn't at his best throughout the season as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Silly mistakes was made by Victor Gyökeres. You know, his ball control was off. His run wasn't what it was supposed to be at the beginning of the season. There was so much things that he was doing wrong at the beginning of the season that he seems to be catching himself now and moving in the right or the best direction right now. Victor Gyökeres also is a person that wanted Arsenal. He wanted Arsenal Football Club. Why is it that he should push aside, or why is it that Arsenal should push aside a player that moved mountain to wear the shirt, to wear the badge, to represent the badge? Why is it that they should push out a player that moved mountain to wear the badge, to represent the badge, for a player that does not want to come to us? These are some of the situations. These are some of the questions that I am asking myself, and I want to ask the club and what is going on with this Victor Gyökeres and Julian Alvarez swap deal. I think it's bullshit. You know what I mean? I totally think it's not. And that's just my opinion on it. And I honestly feel that it is just not real. So, yeah. I seem to be breaking up on my end, guys. Am I breaking up on your end? Let me know. Comment below and let me know if you're seeing me clear on your end. I don't know what's the situation with it, but anyway, we're still gonna continue. We're gonna move on with the situation. So that's my take on the Julian Alvarez situation. He wants Barcelona. That's his destination. That's where he wants to play his football. That's where he wants to be. Why not just let him be where he wants to be? Because Julian Alvarez doesn't want Arsenal. Then Arsenal should not want Julian Alvarez. We are Premier League champions. You know what I mean? We are in a position to attract the players that wants to come to the club that we normally could not attract. Right? That's the position that we're in now, both in statics and in finance. Right? So yeah, big up Matty. Matty in the building. How you feeling, Matty? How you feeling? We're here analyzing the Julian Alvarez situation because I think it's a total madness for Arsenal to still be sitting on the fence waiting on Julian to make up his mind if he wants to join the Arsenal. I don't mind. I mean, like, he's a good striker, but I think we can get strikers out there that are good or probably even better than Julian, that is just waiting on their moment to bloom and to show the world what they got. You know, so I just think Arsenal need to dig deep, look into what they really need, look into what's going on, and just do the damn thing. Find a striker that wants Arsenal, that wants to be at Arsenal, that wants to be at Arsenal. Okay? Yes. There was a news that I saw today. Let me see if I can find it. But people, remember, we're doing the watch along for the Brazil game. You know what I mean? So we're not going to be here all day today. You know what I mean? I just started to come on. We'll pop. I will chat a little bit until I cut this stream and we go straight on to the Brazil one. So, Pierre Nketiah. It seems like Pierre Nketiah is finalizing his move, or has finalized his move to Arsenal. So this was quoted from Pierre Nketiah. It said, "I'm delighted to be staying at Arsenal. From the moment I arrived, I felt at home. I've found peace, joy, and family." That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I am talking about players that wants to wear the badge, players that wants to represent us with every single thing that they got. Nketiah, he has done fantastic last season. He has been an invincible at Bayer Leverkusen, and is a player that could have been in demand, could have probably go wherever he wants to go. You know what I mean? He had a season loan at Arsenal with an obligation or option to buy, but at the end of the day, it still has a lot to do with the player. And he chose to stay at Arsenal. He's delighted, those were his words. He is delighted to be a part of the Arsenal. And we are happy to have Pierre Nketiah as a part of the Gunners. Our left side, as far as defense is concerned, is fantastic. It's probably the strongest part of Arsenal football right now. We have two fantastic left backs. Two fantastic left backs in Nketiah and Calafiori. And we're going into next season very, very strong. And I'm loving it. Nketiah is going nowhere. Arsenal have let the world know that Nketiah is not far stale. Sorry, Calafiori, because Calafiori had interest from Madrid. So Arsenal has let the world know that Calafiori is not for sale. So don't even make an inquiry. Okay? Don't even do that shit. Martin said, F. Alvarez, he will only use us as a pawn to Barcelona if he does sign. Yeah, he's just going to use us to escape the situation with Atletico because of whatever beef is going on there. And then he's going to want to move from Arsenal to go to Barcelona the following season. You know what I mean? So, no, we ain't doing no draft. You know what I mean? We ain't doing no pawn show. So, no, That's not the situation. Matty said, as soon as Coco went to Madrid and knew Calafiori was fine. Calafiori was fine anyway, Matty. I'm telling you, Calafiori was fine anyway. If you know Arteta, Arteta is a madman when it comes on to what he wants, right? Arteta is not that kind of coach that's going to sit down and water down his team just to facilitate anything at all. Remember, the club was in a position where they were buying the players that they wanted and stuff like that and all that situation. When Arteta talks, when Arteta tells the clubs that he wants something, he gets it. So it's not a situation where he doesn't have the backing of the club to keep his best player. I've never seen Calafiori leaving the club at all. Just for the fact that I could see an Arteta face the disappointment that he had when he lost that Champions League final. He was disappointed, and he was disappointed because also he was fine in defense. Everybody knows that Arsenal is fine in defense, but our problem is in our attack. So if it's a situation that we need to bulk our attack up, we need to find better attacking players, and we need to go out there and make it right. Why would we, in any way, shape, or form, weaken our defense? We don't need to sell defensive players. That's not where our problem is. Our problem is in the attack. So we have to substitute attack for attack. So we have to sell from the line of Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, all of these players to accommodate, to facilitate the attack. We can't sell defense by attack. So we're going to do with the attacks that are there that are not doing shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my take on the situation. I knew from the get-go that Calafiori was going nowhere. He was going nowhere, period. You know what I mean? And if Arsenal had sold Calafiori, I would have been disappointed because that means we would be going back. We will be making one step forward and two steps backward. And I don't see us as that kind of club anymore. I see us as a club that wants to make a statement. I see us as a club that wants to dominate. And the only way we can dominate is by keeping our best players. And if we're going to sell a good player, we have to replace him with a better player. That's how I see this club running now. Look at the signings that we're doing. Look at the Manga signing. It's a young talent that Arsenal is grooming for serious rotation. You get me? There's a lot that's going on different at Arsenal Football Club now, and I don't see nobody. When I say nobody, nobody. No Real Madrid, no Barcelona, no Manchester City, nobody. I don't see nobody coming in this Arsenal team, in this Arsenal Football Club and trying to take who they want like they used to do. We're not that kind of club anymore. We're not a small club anymore. We're not a simple club anymore. You can't do that to us. We're different. And the world is going to see our difference. And they're going to see it in the market this transfer window. Being that, on that note, let us move on to our next target. Our next target, and this one has been rumbling on for a while. This one is actually an official, legit target that Arsenal has been looking at for quite some time now, according to information from like Hands of Arsenal and all of them, Fabrizio Romano and all them people. Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers is a fantastic talent, people. He's a talent that can play in the 10, he can play on the wing, he can play as a false 9. Morgan Rogers can do it all. He's a powerful footballer. He can drive at you at will, right? If you press him, he can easily go around you. If you back off at him, he's gonna keep on coming at you. So Morgan Rogers is a nightmare for defenders. Right? I've watched him over the season, I've watched clips of him, I've watched a lot of stuff pertaining to Morgan Rogers. And trust me, he's a fantastic player. And Arsenal is set to be after Morgan Rogers. It is said that Aston Villa said that he's not for sale, which we all know that's bullcrap. Aston Villa need to sell. And we know that Aston Villa need to sell. They're in the Champions League and they need to bulk their squad and stuff like that. So they have to lose a good 1 or 2 players and use that empty money that they're going to make to bulk up the squad. You know what I mean? Just like Arsenal did last season to sustain their title. What Arsenal did was they bulk up their squad with squad players. And this season, they're going to bulk up their squad with gems, devastating players that are going to make a difference. Right? Big up Lindsay, Lindsay, I see you come in the chat, Lindsay, I see you, big up your damn self. We are taking over now. Arsenal coming through. Everybody hiding. They better hide. We ain't playing. This is not the same old Arsenal that people had the opportunity to laugh at. We are a different breed, and we are here to. We're not here to compete. That's not what we're here for. We're here to dominate, and that's what we're going to do now. It's our time now, and we're going to make our domination make sense. You know what I mean? We're not going to sit back, relax, and not capitalize on what we're having going on right now and allow it to slip us. Everybody and their mom is bulking up their squad. You know what I mean? Everybody's buying players. Players are buying right around the corner. Everybody's buying players. So Arsenal have to do the same. Arsenal have to do the damn thing, people. You know what I mean? It's a must. Arsenal have to bulk up their squad. No joke about it. So Morgan Rogers is our next target. My thing with Morgan Rogers is this. Arsenal is a team that does their transfer of business secretive. They're a secretive kind of club. You don't really know about Arsenal transfer until it's actually done. That's been Arsenal. If you realize, Arsenal is one of the clubs that have not made any transfer yet. None. The closest transfer I think we have right now is that 16-year-old Manga from Leicester City. That's the closest transfer. I think we're in the final stages with Leicester City. I think it's reported that we already agree on a fee and stuff like that. So that's the closest transfer that we have. The big blockbuster transfers like the Barcola, the Morgan Rogers, they're all just speculation as far as we're concerned at the moment. And as I said, speculation. Arsenal have done their business underneath, secretly. This Morgan Rogers transfer has been out in the open since the transfer window opened. It makes me wonder, is this a legitimate transfer situation? Or did Arsenal just put something like Morgan Rogers situation out there to distract who they are really after? You know what I mean? That's how Arsenal work. They normally just put whatever they want out there for a distraction. And it's typically, normally, the people at Arsenal is linked to. At the end of the transfer window is not normally who Arsenal signs. You get what I'm saying? So this transfer is kind of puzzling to me, and I'm keeping a keen eye on it. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I just feel like this transfer is a smokescreen to what Arsenal really, really want. Who knows? They might end up buying Morgan Rogers. They might. You know what I mean? Because we've been linked with Ede for the entire season pretty much. You know what I mean? And we end up buying Ede in the last minute of the transfer. You know what I mean? So it might be a situation where it does end up that we buy Morgan Rogers. But I still think Morgan Rogers is a smokescreen for our real target. And trust me, if I know Arsenal is already in talk with that target and probably already agreed terms with that target. That's how I see it. And we have a director right now that is slick, you know what I mean, and bad like that on the market. You know what I mean? Martin said, where the F Jordy gone? He is less active than me these days. Jordy, probably work. Let me see. But guys, we need to get back active in the chat. We need to get back active. I'm coming back fully, doing what we need to do. Okay? Martin said, I want to know what the our club is doing. We are not making the moves we need to be making. That's exactly what I'm saying. Aston Villa come out this week saying that he's not for sale. Yeah, that's what they said. But is he really not for sale? You know what I mean? Is it just a way to say, okay, guess what? Y'all quoting 60 and 70 million like y'all think we're cheap. You know what I mean? Is it a way for them to say that? You know what I mean? We're not cheap. So don't quote this 60 or 70 million dollar. No, we need more. You know what I mean? We need more. Berta, it's slick, bro. I think I mean not worried. I think Lindsay want to say not worried. He caught us by storm last summer. Is that kind of dealer? I think so. I agree with you. That's why he's the best sporting director in the world. And I also believe and know that Berta got it. I'm not worried at all. This is probably the first transfer window that I'm kind of relaxed. You get me? I am kind of relaxed and I'm not worried about the situation. You know what I mean? I feel comfortable. I feel easy. You get me? I feel easy. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. I'm at peace with what's going on right now with Arsenal and Arsenal transfer. Um, Everything is speculation until Berta closes the deal. That's what's going on right now. Shock we didn't even enter going to Anderson. I've been looking at Anderson in England team, and I'm not sure how special. I mean, like it's okay, you know what I mean. But that money that they're talking about for Anderson, come on, man, that's ridiculous. But Anderson is not better than Declan Rice. He was not better than Declan Rice when we buy him, and he's not better than Declan Rice now. So why is it that we're going to break the bank for him again? You know what I mean? But why is it that we're going to break the bank for him? You know, there's so much to talk about, people. So much to talk about. I'm telling you, we haven't done a stream in a second. You know what I mean? And because we haven't done a stream in a second, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? Martin said, bro, this is our most important transfer win in the last 30 years or so. We need to get this right and move like the champions we are. I agree with you 100%. I totally agree with you 100%. We need to get this window right. This is it. This is the window that we need to show the world who we are. You know what I mean? We scrape over the line. We may end up winning by 7 points, and I think it's just because Manchester City has already lost the league. They didn't go out all for that last. If Manchester City and Arsenal was on the same points on that final day, Aston Villa would have never beat Manchester City. And I'm not taking that back. Aston Villa would have never beaten Manchester City if we were on the same points on that final day. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about people saying, oh, we end up winning by 7 points clear. No, that's not the situation. Aston Villa, Manchester City already lost, and they knew that they already lost, so they just kind of rest the whole situation. No, we are champions. We know what we need to do. We know where we need to strengthen. We know all this situation. We need to do what we need to do. We need to strengthen where we need to strengthen. We need to do the damn thing. That is what needs to be done. We have money and we have pulling power. We need to use the money and the pulling power that we have to get the right players that we need to take this football club to the level that we need to be. We are still short of our first Champions League trophy. Still short of our first Champions League trophy. It cannot continue like that. It cannot continue like that. We need to do the damn thing. We need to do what we need to do. Push forward and win these elite trophies. We need to light up another part of the Emirates with the Champions League trophy beside the Premier League trophy. By the way, I'm still yet to see the lighting of that Premier League trophy. I haven't seen it light up yet. I've seen no pictures of it nowhere. Okay? So you showed us a dark image of where a trophy is supposed to be, which is the Premier League trophy. And now we have the Premier League trophy, and yet still you haven't showed us the lighting ceremony of that. Come on, Arsenal, we're here. Remember, we as the fans, we've been here suffering when you're suffering. No, glory days is ahead. Let us enjoy the glory with the fan, with the players and the coaching staff as well. Show us what we need to see. Show us that you're going to do good in the transfer market. Show us the lighting of that trophy that you have been holding back from us. Show us it all. Come on, we have suffered and gone through it all. We need to do, we need to be in the known. We need to see what we need to see when you guys see it. All right? So, yeah, Toxic in the building. Toxic said, big up everyone in the chat. And Riley, big up yourself, Toxic. Blinda said, Berta will always get the best players in the market. He did it last summer and we were amazing. Yakars is a Mascara, Nkapie, no guards, Zubimendi. As I said, I have total faith that what is to be done will be done. You know, I have total faith that it will happen. You know, it's just taking a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking a long time. And we want to move, man. We want to see some action going on in this transfer window, like everybody else. Everybody else is seeing action going on. What about us? What about us? You know, give us something. Something. You know what I mean? Drop something power table. Give us a piece of bone. You know what I'm saying? Give us a piece of bone. Something. Something, man. We need something. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So just let us have our moment, at least one transfer, so we can just talk like everybody else. That's what we want to do. We want to talk like everybody else. Beat up our chests and say, yo, we signed that player. This is it. This is what it's about. That's what we want to do. You understand what I'm saying, people? That's what we want to do. But it is a fantastic feeling to be the champs. It is a fantastic feeling to be in the position that we're in as champions of England. I know we're going to be doing some good business, some awesome business. Michael said Brazil national anthem sucks compared to Scotland. By the way, people, I'm going to switch off this soon. I'm going to go in my World Cup mode. You know what I mean? This is Arsenal chat. I'm going to end this stream in a second, and we're going to go into the Arsenal, the World Cup settings, and we're going to do the damn thing. This is a transfer talk. We're going to do the watch along in the next 3 minutes. In the next 3 minutes, the watch along is up and running. Okay? Yeah, in the next 3 minutes, I'm cutting this live and we're going to the watch along. I haven't even done transfer talk yet. But I've not been talking about Arsenal, and I don't want to talk about Arsenal while I'm doing the watch along. You know what I mean? We just want to talk about watch along when we're doing the watch along. And then I do the Arsenal stream. So I'm going to get back to the Arsenal stream probably later today or tomorrow. Remember, guys, 2 games going on right at two games going to be going on, you know. The entire group that Brazil is in is going to be playing. So we can talk about both of them while we're doing the watch along to see what's up. So yeah, unlike everybody else, we have the most pull alongside PSG. We have money to burn. You know. We have money to burn, and that's the reason why we're in the position that we're in. We have money to burn. You know what I'm saying? And we need to burn them bills. Because guess what? We're gonna make it back in the stadium, you know what I mean? In seat sales, shirt sales, you name it. Arsenal fans are cool over their club. You know? Yeah, but we're not a sense when we come onto the club. You get me? So we will buy what we need to buy. See, Matty buy the shirt, Matty buy Arsenal kit as it land. I'm just trying to show you, as it land, Matty went and get it. You understand what I'm saying? Just like a lot of Arsenal fans. And when a new player comes in that we know we like, we're going to buy that shirt. People, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. 300 mil plus. I think CL should be, Champions League should be a poll where our most definitely potential winners. We're going to, trust me, there's going to be a lot of difference in that, in this Champions League coming up. We're going to see. Just remember, guys, I tell you, Arsenal is not looking to go back. And we show Real Madrid that when they try to come for California. We're not. It's not for sale. You don't come and disrupt a defensive structure like what Arsenal have. No, you don't do that. You know what I mean? You're Real Madrid, yeah, but you're not the Galacticos of the past. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that pulling power like you used to. And we're getting bigger and better. We're getting back to the giant and behind the giant status that we were. So, you know what I mean? All right, people, guess what? A little bit of attacking quality and we'll cook PSG. That's what we're going to sign. That's what we're going to sign. We're going to continue this transfer talk on another podcast. This podcast, I'm going to end it right now. So you guys just look for it right now. I'm going to start the live right now for the watch along. It will be right up. So make sure you guys just jump on right back, okay? Just jump on right back. All right, guys? So let me end this, and we will go over to that one right away. Thank you guys for being over here with me. As I said, we need to do some more Arsenal talk. We have not done it for a while. Transfer is going on. Transfer is going on left, right, and center. How we talk, how we feel. Because this is our feeling. You know what I mean? Riley's World represent y'all, everybody. Our thoughts, our feeling, our mind, what we feel. You know what I mean? That's what Riley represent. Our opinion. So yeah, we're gonna go straight over to the other stream. So let's do the damn thing. People, I appreciate y'all for being over here. See you over there in like a minute. Peace.